Welcome everybody to episode 338 of The Effing Title. I'm Big Husky.
And I'm DeNutte.
And we are back.
And I'm in the good place, and Husky's in the upside down.
You like that? You like that? I thought that'd be funny for this one. So, as you can tell, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
So, I tried finding a better background, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do that. That works.
It's the background. It's been like the background the whole time.
Exactly, it works. So, Stranger Things Season 5 has been releasing, what was it, December, then New Year's, right? Or was it Thanksgiving,
October,
December?
Thanksgiving, no, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah. So, of course, everybody's back on the hype train for Stranger Things. With that, I have never seen Stranger Things. DeNutte's been watching Stranger Things since before it was actually like the big cult classic thing. Oh, I'm going to say cult classic. It isn't, but I
mean, it is, but like it's also like pop. It's like big in pop culture.
That's kind of
Yeah, because it's like that cult classic thing is like it's not liked at the time. It was liked at the time.
Yeah.
Cultural phenomenon.
There we go. Yeah, cultural phenomenon. I like that. So, DeNutte's been watching it since like the inception of it.
I watched it the day it came out. I watched the entire first season.
Yeah, see,
which is funny because
I saw it and I went, "Oh, okay," and then I just moved on. Like I didn't even bother, and then it's just been that since. Like I just hadn't cared, So this is going to be a weird mix of everything because, like I said, I started watching this last week. I did this in an entire week. I watched the entire Stranger Things
half a week. Not even like
because I've also been doing work, streaming, and editing. So it's like, but I binge watched this whole that's all I did yesterday. I woke up yesterday at 7. I didn't stop watching until about 1:30
a.m.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I've been sending it. It's going to be a little bit odd, a little bit weird because we are going to be talking about older seasons and the newer season, and
you're way fresher because I haven't.
That's the thing is I'm locked in. I haven't
watched this first season in 10 years.
I'm locked in, baby. And it is an interesting thing because I've already pissed someone off today. with my Stranger Thing takes. So and they were like, "Well, you never watched it when it came out. If you watched it when it came out, you wouldn't be thinking this." I'm like, "No, I probably would be." So, but there is that aspect of it, though. So there is a little bit of a give and take there that I will allow, and I'm going to, But, so, how about this? Let's do, what was your rating for Stranger Things Season 5, and then what is your rating for Stranger Things as a whole? I'm going to say...
It's tough. I don't know. 5?
I'm going like a solid... I need to write it. I'm going to write it down as well.
Yeah, let's get yours. Okay. I want to hear yours.
So let me go here. So... 338. Stranger Things. So I'm going to go Stranger Things, and I'm going to go Season 5. All seasons. So Season 5, I'm not going to lie, and I might piss some people off with this. I genuinely don't care. I'm going with like a 6-something.
Okay.
I think this, I genuinely, this season was trash. I'm just going to word it like that. I'm just going to leave it there for right now. Trash.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Include your least favorite season.
This would be. Oh, see, now that's difficult.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
we'll get more into that. I think this last season, I'm gonna give it a 6.9.
Okay, 6.9. All right, I dig it.
But with that said, I have seen way worse final seasons.
Yes, and I will get to that because I have. We normally do I normally find that one sentence thing online that I have a one that I actually came up with for this. As a whole.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. All seasons. I'm going 7. I'm going 7.5.
I was gonna give it 8. Yeah.
I'm going 7.5.
Because as a series, it is very good.
As
a whole.
and it's one of those things. Like I have issues. Hello, pupper.
Hey, you never do this. Come here.
Is that a demi pupper? Is that a demo pupper?
Come here. Where are you barking at?
Yes, no, I have issues with it as an entire series. There's a lot of good moments, but there's a lot of really bad moments. I'm gonna word it like that right now. There's a lot of really bad moments that I feel like it's has the Game of Thrones treatment to an extent, where people just they glaze over it. Like, oh yeah, but what about this really cool thing?
Yeah,
that's my thing. So, like, and it's one of those things. I told you I would give seasons 1 and 2 a fair try.
Yeah, that's what I was like. At least watch 1 and 2,
which I thought. See, you really like them. I did not like them.
Oh, okay.
Seasons 3 and 4 were my favorite seasons.
Okay.
Now, a lot of issues still with those, but
yeah,
those are still my favorite seasons. And I talked with Rob and John about this on stream, where I was like, I'm wondering if I liked them because everything was already established, so you can kind of do a little bit more bolder things, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with Arrow. Arrow season 1 is a pretty good season, right? It's good. It's solid. But
it gets you into the show.
But when you get to season 2, and now you've had a full season with Slade Wilson, and now Slade Wilson is the bad guy in season 2, it amps up everything so much more to where
What's the bad season?
The 5? Bad season is 4. Because it goes, 1 is okay, 2 is really good, 3 it starts to drop a little bit, 4 really drops, and then 5
and then 5's peak. That's
5
what it was.
Is the best season,
yes, I could. There's so many seasons with that one too, and those are long seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are like 20 episodes, hour long each. Like,
yeah, that's you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, no. So okay, so I'm glad that we're kind of like we're right next to each other to an extent. It's just obviously mine's a little bit lower, but we're right there. So I'm at least like that.
Maybe if I rewatched it, maybe it would have changed. It's been 9 years. I haven't watched the first season since it came out. Maybe I don't know if I ever rewatched it, but first season 9 years ago. So
yeah. So this is my thing. So I've written down. I have 5 pages of notes. If everyone knows, I like writing some notes down every now and then. Writing some notes, 5 pages, just some. Just some.
That's a season a page.
There's a lot of shit here that's just like random shit that I saw that I just wanted to write down. So I'm gonna kind of go over this, and then we can go into season 5 as a whole, because then that way we can kind of look through it, and then also from what you remember, you can also be like, well, what about this? What about that? And I can, we can go from there. Let's go. So season 1, my overall thing with that is where's Will? Bullshit suspense, and it's boring. Like genuinely, that was season 1. It was where's Will? The suspense was fake and it was bullshit. It was a lot, in my opinion. A lot of the suspense was the music. This show does a fantastic job with music to the point where it overrules a lot of things, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because there'd be like moments where like nothing's happening, but you add the little synth wave of to the background, and now suddenly it's like, oh.
It's great,
and it's like I'm just sitting there. It's like, dude, I don't care anymore. Like after a couple of them, I'm like, I see what you're doing now. I see it. We're not running this back anymore. No more running this back. Stop that shit. Like, but that was my thing. Is like
that established. But the first season is like you went from a complete normal life to what is going on. Yes. What's the deal with 11?
Well, so
what's her deal?
Yeah.
What's this whole thing? What's this weird government thing? What's all this stuff?
But that was like just my synopsis of season 1 is where's Will? My synopsis of season 2 is what's wrong with Will? Boring, but it has a good ending. Yeah. Season 2 has a solid ending. But yet again,
season 2, great. The thing about this show is that 2, 3, 4 are really driven by essentially what become guest characters.
Yes. Which is insane because, in my opinion, those guest characters are better than 2 of the main characters.
Because we have Sean Astin, season 2, and then we have
the Red Power Ranger.
What's his name?
Dacre Montgomery.
Dacre Montgomery, that's right. Like you had a weird name, yeah. He is awesome in 3 and 4.
Yes.
The pizza guy is awesome in 4.
Argyle, Argyle's my man. Yeah.
Who wasn't even invited back for season 5.
Like that's like there's a lot of things, and I even have some links open over here.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I just, man,
it's funny. So I bring that up because like I have a coworker who's obsessed with Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. He rewatched the whole series going into Thanksgiving to watch it, and we were talking before, like while he was on like season 1 or 2, and I'm like, oh, like I love season 4 with Argyle, and they didn't bring him back. He's like, that's season 3. I'm like, nah, that's season 4. He's like, that was so long ago. And then he looked, and when he was watching, he was like, that was season 4, but it was 3 years ago, so it felt like.
Well, it's funny because like there was one point where I was watching it with my friend Boba, and while we were watching it, Erica, Luke's sister there, she shows up in the final season, and there's the first scene where you see her and she's in the science classroom and she raises her hand, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, who the fuck is that adult sitting in there? And then the teacher's like, yes, Erica, and I'm like, time out. Like, it's so insane seeing the jump, because like there's certain characters where it's like,
same with Holly.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's certain characters where it's like it's noticeable, but it's like like honestly you don't really notice it with Elle. Like you notice it facially with Mike. Lucas, he kind of just he's gone a little bit thicker. Like, you know,
I noticed. I was gonna say the opposite. You notice it most with her because she's got so much Botox in her face.
Oh yeah, that is fair. But season 2, I was like, what's wrong with Will? Boring, good ending. Samwise dying, and I can now officially say this because I now finished this. Samwise dying was more impactful and hurtful than 90% of the things that happened in this entire series. Entire thing, and I'm gonna call him Samwise the entire time. Don't care. Like, it's fantastic character, fantastic. Like little, like he wasn't even in it that much, but it's just I think
season 2, just part of season 2.
It's the fact of his character. I feel like not even his character, but like his presence, like who he is. It's like one of those things. Like you see the character show up, and you're like, oh, okay, I dig that character. Like I dig that actor, sort of thing, right?
You know what the funny thing about this show is? It's very reminiscent of this time of the late 80s, right?
Mid 80s, mid to late 80s, because they graduate in 89.
Like at this time, they used to run commercials. It's like it's 11 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? The parents are the worst parents of all time.
Yes.
Like you have, you know, like the only so like you think about it, Lucas's parents are like never in the show.
Yep, you only see them a couple times. If that.
Why can't I remember his name? Nerd kid.
Dustin.
His parents are never in the show.
You only
the final episode, his mom's in the show.
Yeah, you see his mom like like once a season, if that. Yeah. And it's just like her freaking out. Like that's it.
You know, Max, you know about her parents, her dad, who's like a piece of shit. You already know that. And then, like, but it's like literally like it's 11 p.m. Winona Ryder.
Yep.
She's like the worst parent in the world. You know, like just like that, and like clearly doesn't care about the other kid. Just loves Will.
I love Mr. Wheeler.
Mr. Wheeler just doesn't care about anything.
He's just such a stereotypical like old school dad. Just like, oh yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love that like people are joking about the actor because like he's in all 5 seasons of the show.
Yep.
He like no one cares about him. Yep. You know, especially the 5th season. Like I thought he died. He didn't die. And then they mention him, and like they never go. When they're in the hospital, they never go see him. They just go see the mom. They're like, oh, they're so worried about the mom. And the dad's like in a hotel, in the hospital, another hospital room, dying. And they're like, who cares?
There's little things like that. I mean, obviously we get to that, but yeah, no. It is interesting though. Like, yeah, a lot of the adult figures in the show are just,
except for Hopper, who's like. Yeah. We've got to save these damn kids.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be I'm probably will catch flack for this.
Okay.
Will's character is bad. The character of Will is just bad all around, and it literally could have been played by anyone in the first 3 seasons. You could have had any single other person there.
So you got to look at like all these kids, right? They're all children. They're like 9 to 11 the first season, right? They're all young. And then this is partially why it took so long to make the show, is like this really boosted their careers. They've all been in different things. Like Will hasn't. I couldn't name a single thing. Will's in. Mike has been in a bunch of movies. He was in It.
He was in. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is that he's the lead singer of a band. So
he's in a band who was pushed by what's his Steve. Steve's in a really popular band. And he's even said he's like Steve. He got me into music. I can't remember his name, but he's like Steve got me into music. And then you have Lucas, who's been in a few movies. He was in a LeBron James movie, about LeBron as a child.
Oh yeah.
And then he's been in a few things. And then like Max has been in a few things. Millie Bobby Brown's been in a bunch of things. Yeah, she has. And then you see they've all like developed as actors. Like Max is a really good actor. Clearly, she's definitely.
Well, as the season goes on, you can tell that they've gotten better. But like I just.
Oh, except for Will is what I'm getting at. Is like, I think partially the reason why Will's character is so bad is that like, it's just. Dude, I don't know. He just is not good in it,
and he isn't. Like that's the worst. I
don't think he's written poorly. I just think it's.
I think the character is written poorly too. I think everything about the character of Will is just bad because, like I said, in the first season, it's literally just where is Will, and then in the second season, it's what's wrong with Will, and he doesn't really act in any of it. Most of the time, he's just looks like he's just getting sucked off by a ghost. It's like. That's 90% of the first two seasons with the character, and then in season 3, it's just like, oh, he's there, but he's jealous, and he's like angsty. No one likes me. No one wants to be around me. Meh. And then in season 4, it's like, oh, guess what? I have powers. Why do I have powers? I'm gay.
No.
The actor himself came out and said that.
Oh well, yeah. There's a lot of political things with him too.
I know, but I like the fact that came out, and it's like there's no other reason because he got the little thing in the mouth, and which also have a big issue with that, by the way. We can get into that later. But
all right.
Yes, there's Will. So here's my first big what the moment. Right. At the end of season 2, they have a dead demo pupper. Right, there's a little demo pupper, dead one. They put it in the freezer. Where does it go? Where's my frozen demo pupper, DeNutte? Where is it? Because that's not a small thing. That's not a small like note. That's a massive note. They have a dead frozen demi pupper in the freezer, and they never bring it up again.
Yeah. True. A couple little plot holes.
Yeah. Season 3 is the best season by far. Red Ranger kills every single scene that he was in. I'll always refer to him as Red Ranger, but Billy. But yeah, every single scene he was in, killed it. Absolutely.
Oh, we didn't even mention Eddie. Eddie in season 4 too.
Yes. And that one we'll get to because that's another big one. I'm going to say this right now. I have it written later on as well. The best character and the most consistently written character, and I've already seen online people don't agree with me on this one, is Murray.
Yeah.
Murray is the most consistently written and best written character out of the entire show because he's the most consistently written character.
Did he showed up in 3?
He showed up in 3, and then I think he showed up in 3 because that was after everything happened. He showed up kind of like barely, and then Nancy and John went to go see him. Then he was in 4 a lot, then he was in 5 a lot. But he is the best written, most consistently written character across the board.
You know, it's funny. Like, he was really the only comic relief in 5. They really forced Maya Hawke to try to be the comic relief in 5 as well. That one didn't really work that well.
I liked her. I liked her character.
I
didn't realize that was Ethan Hawke and Emma and Uma Thurman's daughter. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Boba sent me a thing of that, and I'm like, what? And then there was a picture of young Uma.
She looks
and
just
her.
like Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Another big what the moment. So at the end of season 3, fantastic season. But at the end of season 3, they set off the giant twirler thing. It blows up. It evaporates the entire room of scientists. Other than Hopper, who just falls down and doesn't get evaporated.
But then he goes to Russia.
I know, but I'm saying that I'm like, because like
it's called plot armor.
That's the thing. It's like it's one of those things. You watching it when you were watching it, he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, yeah, he died.
Me watching it as a binge series, it's like I know he's alive, but clearly he just got evaporated.
Yeah.
Like, clearly. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They literally show 7 scientists fully...
I really thought they were going to kill him at some point in the 5th season.
And that's one of my big issues at the end of this, is, like, that is a big thing that the Duffer brothers... Is it Duffer brothers? Duffy brothers?
I think it's Duffers.
Either way, they're getting a lot of flack right now, as is.
Yeah.
However, they don't have balls. Any tough decision to make in a series they could have made, they didn't. They took every single safe alternative out there. The only difficult things that they did was kill the 3 guest characters in the mid 3 seasons.
Well, so if you look through the whole series, there's a lot of deaths, and then 5th season there's a ton of deaths, and none of them are like main characters. Like,
that's the thing. I don't think
like
any
you
of
look
them
at the parent. No. Like I guess maybe you could say one is like the military dudes. The the special forces lieutenant, he dies. Well, like 11 makes him kill himself, and then like
because for me it's like Samwise dies.
Yeah.
Billy dies.
Yeah.
Eddie dies.
Barbara.
No, okay.
I know.
Fine. We'll include it. Barb.
Well, so
Barb in season 1.
So this is all right. So because you were watching it at the time.
Yes.
At the time, there was a big Barbara thing to be like, bring Barbara back.
Bring Barb back. I could see that.
Like there was a huge thing that were like, because you don't really see her die.
Yes. You just see
it's
in like I think it's in season 2. You just see a random like. Corpse in the Upside Down.
So I think they had to do that because like there was a lot of push to have her come back between the seasons. So like, so that was a big thing. Bring Barb back was a big thing.
So then another one that I just wrote here. This goes into season 4, I think, because I didn't write down what seasons these were, obviously. But it says, "Where did Martians get Demi Popo?" Because they
don't underestimate the Russians. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. They throw bodies at something until they make it work.
All right, so now we're officially starting season 4 notes. So here we go. This is where now we're locked in. Season 4 starts with a banger. L kills all. That's just what I know from the very beginning of it. Super cringe, no power move.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah.
It was super cringy, but like
it's
get
been a
it.
long time. Yeah.
So then this one, you're like this one. Why does Lucas's little sister enter with more aura and savagery than everyone else while in an American cape?
Yeah, she's an awesome character.
She's an awesome actress.
Yeah.
Like anytime she's in the same category as Billy. And honestly, I might even throw Argyle in the same boat. Anytime they were on screen, didn't matter who else was on screen. Genuinely did not matter.
There's one scene that I really love with Argyle that like a lot of people would definitely hate is like when he works for that pizza chain, like the surfer stoners, and they walk into a pizza place and he like convinces them they'll let them use the kitchen, and like he just like. It's just so stupid, but it's a great scene. It
is. I mean, it's just kind of like it's that thing of like you sit there the entire season being like, oh, I will say this. I did write it in one of the later pages, but when these guys did stereotypes to stereotype hell, in my opinion, they like over stereotyped everything, including this. It's like you see Argyle super stereotyped. He's kind of like the surfer, dunce, stoner boy, but then like you see him like 7 states away. In like Utah or wherever the hell they were, and like, oh look, there's another place, and then they go in there, and the dude that's running is the exact same person. And it's like I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. Like I was like, that's
funny.
Yeah,
it's funny, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I was gonna say something. Oh, there's another thing that was like a big thing at the time you know, like because like 11 loved waffles, right? And they did that the first couple of seasons, and then they never brought it back. I thought they had a lot of weird forced product placement.
Oh, you mean like Coca-Cola?
Like yeah,
it's a brand new formula. It tastes really good. It's sweet, it's sugary, and it tastes better than the original. I really like this. You guys should try some. And I'm sitting there like, it's like, am I on an ad right now? Like, is this like a weird...
Yeah, in the 5th season, Merle kept doing it with different things. He did it with Bugles. He did it with, like, lava rocks. I can't remember. There's a lot of stuff, like, Bugles in a box, for one thing. I've never seen that, but clearly that was probably a thing in the 80s.
They did.
Like, they kept doing product placement for stuff that, like, doesn't exist.
Well, one of them was Boppers.
Yeah.
Boppers.
That's what it was. Yeah, he gave Boppers to Steve. That's what it was.
And they don't exist anymore. And now people are like, bring back Boppers! And I'm sitting there like, what is a Bopper? Like...
I have no idea. So that was like a weird tone thing. That was like, that took me out of it.
So the Vecna clock theme I thought was really cool. Introducing it like that with the grandfather clock, I thought that was really cool.
There's a lot of symbolism throughout the season with that. There's things that happen at the
certain times.
Yes, and it has to do with the clock, but like I forget. It's been so long, I can't remember exactly what it is.
Okay, that's fair. Dust. I think I'll say this right now. This is another one kind of for later, but I have it written here too because I have notes just written all over the place. The development of Dustin's character is one of the best developments of a character that has been in the TV series. I will say that right now.
Yeah.
Like, just hands down. He goes from being a really weird, goofy kid to being literally, like, the best character in the series by the end of it. In my opinion, I put Dustin at the top of everyone. I mean, obviously, I'm going to say it like this as well. Obviously, Winona Ryder, and I can't remember his name, so I'm going to look it up real quick. Winona Ryder.
David Harbour?
No, not David Harbour, because you know I don't like David Harbour. Jamie Campbell Bower.
Oh, yes.
The guy that played Vecna. Those two, in my opinion, are well above everyone else. And I'll be honest, David Harbour did a fantastic job with Hopper.
I know you don't like him, but yeah, how do you think he did as that character?
He did a good job with the character. I will say this, though. There are other actors that I feel like could have done the exact same thing. Like,
you also got to think, like, when this came out, it was that Netflix wasn't what it is now.
Yep, and also
they couldn't get a lot of star power. Winona Ryder was like the one star power they had. That was it. Winona Ryder.
Say, like, I mean, David Harbour had been like in a bunch of stuff, but I don't think he had been in a bunch of stuff.
He wasn't like.
He wasn't the dude that he is now, right? Like,
no, and that's because of Stranger Things.
Yeah. So like that was the thing. It's like I like for what like
he cheated on his wife in this time period too. I forget, he had a really famous wife.
Oh, good. That's
Lily Allen.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was my thing. Is like, but the Dustin's development and just the acting as a whole. This kid.
Well, he started doing Broadway plays. He became a Broadway actor.
That's what it is. Okay, because I was gonna say.
Yeah, he like and I think he was a play actor before. Like he grew up doing plays, and then he's like been on a lot of Broadway shows now.
Yeah, because he's he need like,
now I remember. So that was like a big thing. So like how I was saying, like a lot of these people took off. Like COVID, they said COVID pushed back a lot of stuff, which understandable. COVID did push back a lot of stuff.
Yes.
The writer strike pushed back a lot of stuff. That's like why it was like 2 years to get season 4. No, 3 years to get 2 years to get season 3, 3 years to get 4, 3 years to get 5.
Yeah, because like I'm looking right now, he was in Les Mis.
Yes,
that was before Stranger Things.
Yeah, he was a big part in that. That's
but then, like what Dear Evan Hansen, Sweeney Todd, Gutenberg. It's like like I want to see more of this kid. I genuinely really like this kid. I thought he, like I said, I thought he was one of the best actors in this entire thing.
And he, like, people have said, like, with his medical condition, that might be hard for him, but like he's like clearly proven that like that shouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote one thing here. I'm not going to say it because I've already know the answer to it now. Because it was a question. Demo bats were cool. This is the other thing I have an issue with. Demogorgons.
Yeah.
Original, really cool looking, really sick. Demo puppies. Also really cool looking, just a smaller version of a Demogorgon with a tail. I was like, all right, cool, bet. Right? Demo bats. Oh, we were calling them puppets.
Okay.
But demo bats, cool. Really weird looking, but cool. Mind Flyer, kind of sick. Then, in my opinion, it felt like there should have been more.
than just the final scene with the mind flayer.
No, not even that. Just I mean, in general, like just more creatures.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I get part of it is that like they destroyed a lot of it. So like season 5, there wasn't a lot because Vecna had to rebuild his army.
Yeah. But I don't know. It felt like a missed opportunity to an extent in my mind, where it's like you have a season, you introduce Demogorgons, right? Yeah. Season 2, why wasn't it Demogorgons and another thing? Season 3, Demogorgons, because Demogorgons are always going to be a part of the thing. They're the main thing that opens up the tears, gets through. They're kind of like the grunts, right? But like, why wasn't there a bit like a main thing in each one other than just Demogorgons to an extent? Which I understand it would have taken away from Vecna in season 4 to an extent doing that, but it's just like it felt like a missed opportunity to have more cool things because all these things are really cool. The only time,
yeah, but then it's like both sides, right? I agree with you, but also there's a bit of like there's too much going on.
Fair.
You're like where did these things come from?
The abyss.
The abyss.
Yeah.
The wormhole.
Exactly. Let's see here. Steve getting attacked when he was in the Upside Down, by the little demo bats. Made me think of was Jurassic Park with the little canopies.
Yeah,
that's all it made me think of. Henry is an interesting character. That was like mid-season 4, so I still have no idea what's going on. Ella killed Henry to create the first gate. So Russia has demo puppers in glass and into Mind Flayer. I saw this one. This is probably. I've been trying my best to hold back some of the Fs right now, right? Because I don't want to edit this shit. I saw an army invading. What fucking army? One of the characters said, I saw an army invading. What fucking army was there? Because there wasn't. The army was 3 demigorgons.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't remember that part.
It was, I think it was either Max or L, or it was someone that had been, like, kind of, like, grabbed by Vecna. And, like, Vecna showed... Oh, Nancy. I think it was Nancy. Vecna showed her, like, what the future was going to look like, and she said, like, I saw an army invading. And it's like... What army, bro? Like
we haven't even mentioned Nancy yet with her guns and her.
So that right there, I'm not gonna say because that's my last thing of this whole thing. I hate Papa. We kept making jokes about Papa and Mama.
Papa.
Will being jealous of Mike/L is just dumb. Just F off already, bro.
Well,
literally.
Part of it, you gotta also realize, like, these kids are like in middle school and high school. They're just like learning about their bodies. He's like coming to terms with his sexuality, and he's like, I'm in love with my best friend. You never been in love with your best friend?
You know I have. And then I have this one. Yeah. So this one. This is my final thing for season 4. You should have. They should have. And this is what I'm saying, like, stake-wise, they should have ended season 4 with Vecna winning.
You think so?
I mean, like, the series.
Oh, the series.
Not like season 4 ends and then there's season 5. No, I mean the series. They should have ended with season 4 with Vecna winning.
Uh-huh.
Because it would have been something that no one would have seen coming. It would have caught everybody off guard. It would have kind of fit on theme of everything being a little bit strange and everything. And you had just seen him. He blew a giant X marks the spot on the map of Hawkins. It should have done that, and then there should have been, and this is what I was saying, like, there should have been more than just demi-puppers.
It is very funny that happened, and then the town's in quarantine, no one can leave, and everyone's just like, yeah, everything's fine. The military took over, the town blew up, we can't leave. Military keeps doing this weird stuff. Like,
we put giant pieces of metal over it, bro. Like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just a giant piece of metal over it. Like, that's my thing. It's like I think
again, that's like kind of how our society is with everything going on. Bad things happen. Everyone's just like, yeah, whatever. That's just another day.
Exactly. That's my. If I was doing it, I would have ended season 4. I would have ended it at season 4 with Vecna winning.
Okay.
That's how I would have done it. Just because, like I said, I think it would have caught everyone off guard. It would have been different from everything else. It would have caught everyone off guard, and it would be something different for once.
my biggest problem with the show is them going to Russia and rescuing Hopper.
Yes.
Like, I was like, well, what are we doing?
Yes. Murray for the win. Dustin got lip filler. This was one that I needed to, yes. Thank you. I'm glad that you did that. So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, hear me out. I don't think he got lip filler.
That's the thing.
This is a big thing behind the scenes with him, is that people with that condition, they don't grow teeth.
Okay.
And so he actually started a whole foundation for people with his disease to get their teeth fixed.
Ah, okay.
So I think if you look back, he doesn't have like top teeth early on.
Yes, in the first couple seasons he doesn't, and then he got like a grill because then he starts doing the like. Rawr.
Yeah,
he's
so
like, ladies, look, I got my teeth.
And so I think, like if you see someone that doesn't have teeth, they're like this. So he has teeth now. So I think he has teeth. So they just push against his lips. So he has lips. He just didn't look like he had lips before.
It was funny because Boba noticed it a couple times, and she like immediately started like bursting out laughing.
So I think that's what it is. That's my take on it. He didn't have teeth before.
I will say this right now, and I wrote it weirdly, and then I had to correct it. Acting-wise, the death scene with Eddie and him is the best acting in this entire series. That and
Dustin and his dad, and Eddie's dad.
Yes, I will give you that too. Easily. Baseball player dying was actually insane. The head jock when the rift happens and it just rips him in half. That's people like, it's one of those things. I've been seeing a lot of things where they were like, oh, season 5 has the grossest kill out of all the seasons, which everyone's assuming is just when Vecna puts his spikes through that dude's head. But like then people are like, what about Chrissy and her arms snapping and everything? I'm sitting there like, what about the baseball player that literally got ripped in half? Like, you see his body evaporate, and he just moves. I was like, "That's
Chrissy's pretty bad, though."
Chrissy's that's a shock one, like,
because and it's also like I love you don't see this in a lot of like Western culture. You see it a lot in Eastern culture, especially like anime.
Yeah,
is that you had like a backstory, you had glimpses into her life, you had like this is like going to be a main character sort of thing, and then that gets killed off pretty quickly. I was just watching. I just watched the first few episodes of the Welcome to Derry show.
Funny that you say that because I've also been told that we need to do that one. So
okay, so
yeah.
Here's a spoiler. I'm going to give you one spoiler.
Rob's already basically spoiled the whole thing for me.
All right, the first episode, this kid dies, and he's like kind of friends with these two other kids that are like 11, 12, right?
Yep.
And they are trying to come to terms with it, but clearly, if you're familiar with the It series and that sort of town, that like bad things happen to kids, and like the town's like kind of mystified to like not care.
Yep.
And so this kid goes missing. They're all messed up about it. There's a girl that's messed up, and they try to look into it. Stuff happens, and then they are looking into Pennywise, and then these two kids are, and you think that like these are going to be the main characters of the series, and they're brutally murdered in the first episode.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it's interesting because like I say there wasn't a whole lot of stakes. I say there wasn't a whole lot of like ballsy decisions made, but the fact that they killed Chrissy, and then who was the Zed was that his name? Kip, the little journalist boy with Nancy.
I don't remember that one.
So he dies too. But like they introduce these two characters, kind of give them a little bit, like they give them a little bit of a backstory on each one of them, and then they kill both of them. And I was sitting there, and I was like, okay, that's kind of like that's a cool thing because like you don't see them. It felt like they were introducing brand new characters for the season, right? Like adding to the cast, and then dead. I was like, okay, like, as we already talked about in big bold capital letters, where the fuck is Argyle?
Yeah. And so have you seen pictures of him recently?
No, I haven't.
So this is just in the last like 2 months or something. He was like trying to get a role. So not that he was fat. I would not call him a fat guy at all. He's probably 150, 60 pounds. He got absolutely shredded.
Oh, really?
Not like Kumail Nanjiani big, but he got super lean and muscular. And it looks weird, but like he looks great. He's got like this crazy 6-pack. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna send it to you.
I was gonna say I'm trying to see if I can find.
I follow him on Instagram.
Oh, okay, bet. Okay, while you do that, then I'm just gonna keep on rambling.
Yep, I'm sending it to you right now. And he doesn't even look like the same person.
Holy shit!
Yeah, yeah.
That's insane.
And so, yeah,
wow.
Yeah, wow. He's been in some stuff since then, and he was like in a couple good things. I think he was in Boy Scouts. He was in like a Boy Scout zombie movie.
Oh, that sounds.
I think he was in that one, but I think I might be just mixing him up with Blake from. He was in Booksmart. Was he in?
Eduardo Franco.
He's in Y2K, which a lot of people kind of like, but
The Package, Booksmart, The Binge.
He was in The Binge, which I didn't see, which is supposed to be pretty funny, which is like The Purge, but like it's the one night a year you can do drugs and alcohol.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
The Package, which was supposed to be pretty funny, I guess.
Oh, he was in Y2K. Okay.
Yeah, he's been in some. He was in American Vandal the first season, which was awesome. I don't know if you saw that.
Which one was this again?
So
American Vandal. Okay.
American Vandal is a Jimmy. What?
He was in Tacoma FD.
Yeah, he was in an episode. Jimmy, what's his name? He's been in a ton of stuff. Yeah. Jimmy Tatro.
Oh, okay.
So it was this like whodunit mystery, right? Yeah. Where it was like a kind of like a mockumentary, and it was like someone spray painted entire teachers' parking lots, cars, and everything with penises.
Oh, okay.
And it was the documentary is trying to uncover who did it.
Okay, so these next couple, next couple are just. It's like, I can feel him. Shut up, Will. I got sick and tired of hearing Will. I can feel him. I can feel him. It's like, dude, just shut up. Just shut up.
Well, I think it's the acting.
Yeah, and then so Will can randomly see inside a demo puppy. Bullshit. And then the next thing I wrote was Nerfing demos. Drunk mom is better than KGB. But then you find out that she like gets fully sliced open, and like we thought she's basically dead unless Nancy shows up. So I was like, okay, let me erase that. Like, I'll erase that now. Like. There.
And then she kills the demo dogs in the hospital. Yes. I thought that was pretty cool.
That one was sick because that one I was even wondering. I was like, who
that was like,
did that? Like,
but also like that is believable. She threw an oxygen tank into a propane, industrial dryer. So
turned that bitch on high heat.
Yeah.
Erica steals all the scenes she's in. We already went over that. The stereotypes are really bad. Kind of went over that. By bad, I'm not meaning like they're bad. Like it's like they're over the top. Every stereotype in this show is over the top. Which I get it. You're trying to make the point of it, but after 5 seasons and they're still going really hard and heavy with some of them, it's just like, oh, okay, dude, we get it. Like
Dustin getting beat up by the baseball players at the 5th season.
Yeah, because like it's one of those things. Like, and I've had this conversation multiple times with people. Where it's like jocks aren't like that. At all.
No, like, it's like the band kids and theater kids that are like that.
Exactly. So
I was in band and played football. It's the mean kids are like the nerds.
So I did write. I wrote, Will gets hurt by the fire. Equals I'm gay. Equals kills demo puppies.
I'm going to say that again. Even one of the meanest kids in my high school.
Mm-hmm.
Was a band kid, and he went on to develop one of the most popular PC games of all time, solo developed. And he's like this big, weird internet fame star, and everyone loves him. And I'm like, this kid was like the biggest piece of shit. Good for him. I'm not going to say his name. Good for him for his success. He really killed it. I played the game because it was such like a huge thing. Game's really good and it's very different, but boy, that kid could have been nicer. Yeah.
Lucas Sparta kicking the demo puppy as the elevator was closing was pretty dope.
Yeah.
The music. So this is one of my issues. Music is your way home. Yeah. 3 episodes later, oh, never mind. It can be anything.
It can be anything.
It's like,
it didn't. The song didn't matter.
I was like, as soon as she
well,
said
actually,
that,
if you think about it, the song did matter because the first time she found the portal was because of the song.
Yeah. So like, still, like, when she did that and she said that, it's like, no, it's because I could feel him touching my hand. I'm sitting there like, oh, Duff, like I need to look at it now. Is it Duffer? It's like, oh, Duffer Brothers. Like, you guys are really just like, you backed yourself into a corner because you're like, right, music's the way home. And then Holly gets in there and they're trying to get Holly out. And it's like, well, Holly hasn't listened to music yet, and we haven't talked about her musical likes, so we got to figure. There's a strong connection. Like,
so there's one thing I kept seeing online with this season, with the second to last episode, which was the lowest rated of the entire series.
Which it should have been.
It's the episode Max gets out. It is funny because, like, one thing I agree with and one thing I kind of disagree with. So there was like this thing they're making fun of. So Max's portal showed up and they said that she took forever to get to it. I'm like, yeah. I don't think she took forever to get to it. And then, but the other thing was like, yeah, I found my portal. All right, Holly, I'll see you later. Go figure it out. Yeah. And I was like, yep, no, I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, though, it's like, yep, no, figure it out. And then they have the music discussion. And then it's like, oh, no, it just needs to be something that you're attached to. And then they pan out. I don't know if you just saw this or not. They pan out. Her portal, Max's portal is on the right. Holly's portal is on the left. In the exact same spot. No development happened. It's just there. There it is.
No, there was some development. I can't remember what it was, but I was like,
she's like, well, he made me this paladin necklace thing, and like, I'm Holly the hopeful, and I believe, like, and it's like, okay, whatever. Like, something that I had an issue with, 2 sections, 2 different times here. After the kids get the thing in the throat. Because I can't say it the way I want to, because it would just sound really bad if I do.
Can't talk about kids like that.
Yeah. But after that, they yank him out, and then like the shadow comes out of him, like comes out of him. Meanwhile, when it happened to Will got knocked up by and had a Demogorgon in him.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was in it. Part of me is like, maybe it incubated longer because he was gone for a lot longer.
Yeah, but I mean, like.
And then he's got knocked out by smoke early too, because they saved him again. Yeah. In the 5th season.
In order to beat Vecna, Will has to come out. I was writing this down as it was happening, and I went back to make so it's literally like he's having the conversation of like they don't know how to beat Vecna, and then it's like talking about secrets, and he's like, Mom, I need to tell you something. And then Mike comes up, and he's like, Mike, I need to tell you something. And he's like, actually, never mind. I need to tell all of you guys something.
I do think it's funny when he did that, and Jonathan's like, I know, buddy.
Everyone there's like,
yeah, everyone except for Mike was like, yeah, and Mike was like, what?
Well, like, and it's like, season 1, there's a whole part where Joyce is like, yeah, the kids around town are calling him queer. Season 2, she's like, oh, by the way, he keeps drawing rainbow-colored spaceships. And then it's like season 3, I think it is, or 4, like a cute girl in classrooms like trying to play footsies with him, and he like looks at her and he's like, and like moves his foot away, like, and it's like as it's going on, it's like. Yeah, it's obvious, bro. But it's like, what in the holy terrible storytelling is this?
Well, it's also the 80s, where it was.
Oh wow!
It's the 80s in the middle of Indiana. It's definitely not cool to be gay.
I like you guys, but I don't like girls.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene was like 7 minutes long.
It was way too long.
Hopper
wasn't there, which I thought was interesting.
This is the thing, is like I don't care if there's. This is the thing. Is like, because I've already seen people getting dragged for this because it's like, oh, you just hate gay people. I could give 2 fucks less.
Well, I think it's the opposite. I think we're so most of society's so fine with it, but also not, because like someone was over at my house on New Year's, and then we were watching.
Was the ball
drinking around? Well, no, not that one. Okay. We were watching nothing to do with New Year's. We were watching, Drink Around the World Epcot videos. Mm-hmm. And do you know the Friday beers, guys?
Yeah, we watched them when I was down there.
Oh yeah, so we had they came out with another one.
Okay.
In the last couple of weeks, And like we're joking that like there's some point they're gonna kiss, and then they kissed, and someone was like, "Oh my god, please shut this video off." We're like, it's funny, like
it's like, but I guess
so like it still exists, but it's also like we're so for us it's just like be gay, but like it's also the '80s Indiana.
But that's the thing is like there's a video going around, and I couldn't find it because I wanted to find it so I could listen to it, but it was like what it would really be like if this happened in the '80s. And like it's like AI done up, right? But like basically he says this, and then like everyone in the room starts freaking out and like bad mouthing him and like ripping into him and like like that sort of thing. I'm sitting there, it's like, yeah, like it's like you said, it's Indiana in the '80s. They're not gonna just be like, it's okay, buddy. We know. Like that's probably not what's happening in that situation.
They kind of say that with when Robin told Steve that she was gay, and Will was like, "You told him?
Yeah, you told him?" But no real stakes, and it's shown throughout all of season 5. That's my one. This show had less characters than Game of Thrones had, but yet somehow it felt like there was 3 times the cast.
Well, again, it was another thing where there's always multiple stories, and then I guess probably for the first time, except for Hopper, is like the first time they were all together when he came out.
Yeah, that is true. The Collie death scene, I don't care.
Who's that one?
She's the sister.
Oh, they said stuff about that when they brought her in on season 3.
Something like that. No, well, I will say this. That was another one that I wrote down. I can't believe I skipped this. Season 2, episode 7 is the most fucking useless episode of a television show ever.
Is that episode?
That's the episode where Elle goes to find her.
So a lot of people speculate that they did that because they wanted to make a spin-off show, and they were like going to go based on how people responded to that, and everyone hated it. So they're like, all right, I guess we won't do that.
Okay, that makes sense. I could see that now.
Because like a lot of series do that, like Arrow. Look at Arrow.
Yeah,
like
Arrow did it with Flash. Arrow had the backdoor episode with Flash. Yeah.
Yeah, so it all they're like, let's test the waters with.
Now that you say that makes sense.
And then they're like, okay, we're not bringing them back. But story-wise, bringing her back was good. Actually, so I didn't like her character.
Yep.
She stirred up shit.
Yep.
But I thought the actor was very good.
I thought she was okay.
Yeah, I thought she did a good job.
Yeah. For the way that she was playing the character, yeah. She's just in the upside down.
Cat's sitting here listening to us. Cat's like, I heard you guys talking about kissing, so I.
The meteorite thing, I thought that was kind of a cool thing. That was just a cool moment where like finding that out, that's how the whole thing like basically came about. I thought a lot of
people. I also probably see a lot of people going like, "Oh, a meteorite did this." Puh.
But the thing is, like, I dig it because it gives at least there's a reason for everything, right?
There's like a cause to it.
Yes.
But also, you don't know the cause to it because you're like, why does this guy have this? Did it come from this guy? Did it come from something else?
Yeah. This is one for all the Magic the Gathering players. When they're in the abyss and they're inside the giant mind flayer, which doesn't look like a mind flayer, just looks like a giant spider. When they're inside that, all of the look of everything, it looks like Phyrexia.
Yeah.
It all looks Phyrexian.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually insane when you look at it. Like, cause I'll quickly just go MGG Phyrexian. Or, let me just go Phyrexia. And I'm just going to send you a link to this. And it's just like, when you see this, you're going to see, because it's all just like bone white and flesh. And that's what like everything looked like after a little while. Wow, that's true. A hell of a link that
Kat and I have two very since you're serious, making me think about it. We had two very different interpretations of the end of the series.
Okay. Well, let's get to that then real quick because how does Will die? How does Will not die while he's being connected to Vecna? I thought that's a giant, just like, we're just gonna, because he's special. His powers have leveled up.
The whole thing where Elle supposedly killed herself to end that bloodline thing.
Yeah.
His blood's in Will, so he's still connected somehow, so the government could still take him.
Yeah. Joyce killing Vecna is ... a choice. That's all I'm going to say. It is a choice.
I liked how they did it, but it's a choice.
I found it interesting that Mike never said that he loved Elle back.
Oh, he didn't?
Nope. No, he didn't.
So the end of the series, right?
Yes.
Elle sacrificed herself. They all get away.
Yep.
They end it with a D&D campaign.
Yep.
And they're like, that's the end. That's it. And then he does like this backstory, and then he does this backstory about how maybe 11 is still alive.
Yep.
And then I took that as like, yeah, that's the end. Maybe she's alive. Maybe she's not. Yep. Kind of open.
Yeah, leaves everything open.
Kat was like, oh, so the whole thing was just that D&D campaign, and Mike made up the whole story.
Yeah, that's one I've been seeing going around online. I'm sitting there and I'm like, it kind of makes sense to an extent because Max never showed any interest in playing D&D.
Yeah. And then
she's like fully invested.
When you see Karen, when you see the mom at the final scene, she doesn't have scars on her face or her chest.
Yes, agreed. I thought it was very interesting, but then when they I think it is like, unfortunately, because like there's a lot that's been coming out after the end of this. It is a very big, just kind of like leaves it open to interpretation, but it is such a I'm trying to think of deliberate leave it open to interpretation. It's not like a subtle one where it's like, like for instance, like Inception, right? At the end of Inception, they spin the thing, and like you watch it as the thing's spinning, right? There's some people that say that like you can see it for a split second start to tilt, and there's other people that say it just spins, right?
So you don't know
exactly. This it's very much it's this, but it could be this.
Yeah, because then even there's a big thing when they were all putting their binders away. 11 didn't have a binder, but I don't know if she ever had one. I don't know if she ever.
And also, there's another thing where
did she ever play D&D with them?
I don't think so. But there's also a lot of things where there's two. I've seen a picture that does have an 11 binder. Okay. It kind of looks AI though, so I'm not gonna agree with that one.
It's tough because you don't know nowadays.
But there's also other pictures that have the order of the binders different.
Okay.
Which is interesting because, like, one of them, and it's one of those things. It's like if you line up enough words, eventually there's going to be a word in there. But it says "lie" if you look at it. And then when as like one of the pictures that Dustin takes with his like gown open, it says "Elle lives."
Yeah. Okay.
Which is like, it's like, okay, that's interesting. But no, I did
Hellfire lives.
Well, it says the Hellfire lives, but the way that he's holding it, you don't see the Hell part. All you see is the L part. Yeah.
All right.
The D&D ending I thought fit. It wasn't as bad as everyone's saying that it is. The entire ending I think was.
It was way too long. It kept going on, and then I paused it, and now I'm like, there's still 25 minutes left.
Yeah. Like when they defeated Vecna, and I looked and there's still an hour. I was like, are you kidding me? Like what?
Yeah, so
it was all.
And then they were also. So another thing is they were all celebrating the truck. I'm like, why are they celebrating? They still have to drive through the military checkpoint. Do they think the military is just going to be gone?
Yeah, they're just going to say. And that's the other thing. Is like,
I was literally saying that to Kat, and then they go through, and then that happens. I'm like, yeah, obviously that was going to happen.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing is like the military just kind of like 18 months later, cool.
Yeah. Hey, Hop, you killed about 30 American soldiers. You're fine. You just go be the cop with the sheriff again.
Go be the sheriff again. And also the other thing is like at the very end there where they're like showing like all the stuff, like the giant earthquake that completely ravaged and destroyed the town. Yeah, it's fine. It's completely
boring. Oh, yeah, they fixed the road somehow?
Yeah, everything's fine. No issues.
Yeah.
No issues at all. I was just like, I'm like sitting there, it's like, ugh. But like, the ending fit. The only thing I will say is this, is that like, there's two, not sequels, but potential sequels that I think they could do. The first one is Elle in like Iceland or wherever the hell she is.
Yeah.
The other one though is when they say about, Hopper says about Montauk.
Yeah.
Because that's the place where there's the Montauk creature.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
Okay, so this is an actual like real life thing. There's a Montauk creature, which is like this weird creature, the Montauk monster, that was found on a beach. Yeah, this is basically the best picture. Instagram messages. But that's one of the things that they brought up. But that's the Phyrexia link. But there's the Montauk monster.
Okay.
Like this is real life. Like this actually happened. Like that thing was found on a beach on the opposite side of like a government facility in Montauk. So when he says like, "Oh, we can go to Montauk and we can start over again with no issues, none of this and that," as soon as he said that, I was like, that would be interesting to do a sequel there, because they could do like a season or two, that sort of thing. But then I'm like, at the same time though, I wouldn't care.
And they could do an Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind tie-in, because that's like a whole Montauk thing. I saw one online that they're like, all the older kids are just going to move to New York and start a detective agency.
That would be funny.
And they just solve normal crimes.
So I wrote. So I got a couple of things here, and I want to see what you think as well, right? So let me just make sure, because I want to see. Okay, that's okay. So, who do you think character and actor wise? Okay, most growth, best growth in the entire series.
Dustin.
Yes. Okay, so we agree there. Consistency. Because I have 2, technically 3, but I'm going 2.
I would say Lucas's sister.
Okay.
Mr. Wheeler.
Okay. Fair.
Not that there was a lot there. Mm-hmm. Murray. We didn't even mention the Russian scientist, who was really great for that one season.
Yeah.
And then I thought growth-wise, Hop for sure. Okay. As much as you don't like David Harbour.
Okay. For consistency, I said Murray, and then I also said Mike. I think the character.
A lot of people thought Mike was the worst actor in the show,
which is just hilarious to me, because Finn Wolfhard, and this might be another thing. The first time I was introduced to Finn Wolfhard was on Game Grumps.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
he was on an episode of Guest Grumps, and that was my first introduction to the to the actor and the person, and so I just like him anyway from that. But I thought out of all the characters, out of all the actors in this, other than, like I already said, the main, like, I'll say 3, I'll include David Harbour in this, other than the main 3, he's easily top 5 without not even thinking
technically.
Best girl.
I didn't like Max's character in the last season.
Okay.
But Max was really good throughout the series.
Okay.
Winona Ryder did a really good job. I didn't like her character.
Okay.
There's a lot of characters I didn't like.
There's a lot of really good moments in this series.
Yeah.
I've been shitting on this series for the last hour now.
I really liked Robin. Actually, I'm gonna say Robin.
So I went Nancy for best girl.
Yeah.
I just liked the character. And it felt like she just constantly got more and more confident as well as an actress as the series went on. Robin was a cool one, because like Robin, I was sitting there and I'm like, every guy has fallen in love with it. I think I said this to Boba as well. I was like, every guy has fallen in love with a girl like Robin. Right? Just that sort of that attitude, that person. Like, everyone has had a girl in their life that is like that they have fallen for. And I dug it. I liked the character of Robin too. But Nancy, though, I just thought was... yet again, that's top 5 for acting in this.
I'm just looking to see what else she's been in. She was in Velvet Buzzsaw. She's been in a bunch of things I've not heard of, and that was the one thing I've heard of.
So best couple, I wrote best couple. I don't know why. It was just kind of a way. I liked Lucas and Max. I liked them just anytime they were on screen together. I liked them. I liked Lucas as a whole, just as an actor. I thought his character was really cool.
A lot of people hated the racism from the dad early on.
I mean, I can see that,
because they're like, that's not racism. And you're like, oh, no, not racism from the dad, from Billy.
Yes.
It's
like, very clear. Racist. It's very clearly.
Yeah, you're like very. Yeah. It's very clear. Like
for people that like, and I'm going to word it like this: for people in our neck of the woods, where we see this stuff more, even today.
But also, we see that stuff, and like the people around you are like, that's not racism. That's just like you just don't like their kind. Yeah. And you're like, you hear that still, and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't know. You can't say that. Like, that's just not like. Worst all around. That's how I worded this, because I got 2 and I don't care. Ellen Will, they just suck. I didn't like either one of them. Like, and it's terrible, because like technically they're both 2 of the main characters, and I thought the acting from both of them were trash.
I would say Will and Jonathan.
I didn't like Jonathan early. I didn't like Jonathan early. Later on, as the season gets on a little bit, I started to like him a little bit more. But I'll agree with you. I'll throw Jonathan in there.
Have you seen the compilations of him running?
No. Oh my God, there's compilations of him running.
Oh, I gotta pick that up and send it to you right now.
Millie Bobby Brown, I think, is a terrible actress. Just as a whole. And I didn't like as well, like, her character in the first season was basically going, Papa. Mama. Yes. No. Friend? Promise. Right? Very much like that. In the second season, she's still doing that, but then she's also, like, forming full sentences, which I'm like, okay, fair, she's learning English. In the third and fourth season, she's now speaking full sentences, but then would randomly just be like, no. And, like, that's it for, like, 3 minutes. Just no. Yeah, it goes straight back to reverting to it. And then when we're in the flashback scenes, she's speaking full English. It's like full sentences again. And it's like...
The weird thing was like her she's like, I have to charge my battery, and she would just eat junk food and Gatorade. I'm like,
okay. Hi, bro. Sure. Like,
all right, I sent you the running clip.
You did, okay.
It's like a guy recreated it, but it's like and I guess he came out and said that like he did that on purpose because he's like, he's a weird character, so I'm playing him like a weird person. Because now that you see that, you're like, you can't unsee that's how he moves.
Dude, that's actually wild, dude. I didn't know. Bro runs in italic.
He does run in italic. That's it. He always runs like, you ever see a dog like trot and their back legs run at an angle? Yeah.
Okay, and then the last thing I had was who did you think or what did you think was the best like villain / baddie of the whole thing?
Vecna and Billy.
I was gonna say I put Billy season 3.
Yeah.
It might just be the man crush that I have on that guy. Because, like I said,
he's so hot.
I think you and me have talked about this. I think I think we both agree Power Rangers got a bad rap and should have got a sequel.
So it got a bad rap, and I waited a little bit. I once saw it in theaters. I knew it was leaving soon, and I saw it, and I was like, "This movie's awesome."
Yeah, this movie's this is dope. So that actor for me are like him, and I think it's the Pink Ranger, but I don't remember. Like, I love both the actor and actress.
And
actually, most of them, honestly, to be honest.
The autistic kid in the show, the movie, he was awesome too, and he's been in a couple things since then.
But it's just like best, like hands down. Like I said, I have a lot of issues with the show. I never watched it because one, it was overhyped, and everyone knows how that shit is. If someone gets overhyped, you're one of two fans in that situation. Either one, you're like, oh yeah, it's overhyped, but I like it. Or it's overhyped, and it's like, yeah, I'm never watching that then. Like, it's never going to live up to that hype.
So you like it. My take is that you liked it.
I liked aspects of it.
It wasn't perfect.
There was a lot more things I disliked about it, but there was a lot of things I didn't think I would like about it that I did like about it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
We're beating Vecna with friendship. The whole thing was bullshit.
Also, like, it is funny because like they'll go through these scenes where, especially in the 5th season, where like 100 soldiers get murdered instantly, and none of them get not hurt or anything.
Yeah. So I have a couple tabs here that I want to read real quick because context. Duffer Brothers explain where the Demogorgons, Demodogs, and Bats were during the Abyss battle. Have you seen this?
Okay. No.
Okay, so I'm going to blow your brain here. So I think it was either the day after or a couple days after, they did like a full 12-hour session of just answering fans' questions.
Okay.
And it's the worst thing that has ever been done in the history of shows, is them doing this. Mainly, it's just that Vecna was not expecting this sneak attack on his home turf. They're there somewhere. We obviously discussed having a demo battle on top of the Mind Flayer battle, but it felt more right to us that why does he need the demos when the Mind Flayer is this giant thing and can attack them? We did at some point have that they were going to come across a giant field of Demogorgon eggs in kind of an Aliens thing, but you can't get all your ideas in there.
Where would they have been?
Well, remember when Vecna first shows up in the Abyss, right? And he's like half human, half like Vecna. Like there's just random Demogorgons just walking around in the background.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they did. Will killed a bunch of them, and they killed a bunch at the hospital. But yeah, he would have had something left.
That's like the fact that they were like, oh, he didn't think they were going to sneak attack him. Dude, you just got sneak attacked in season 4. The Duffer Brothers have revealed that Holly, Wheeler, and her friends were not initially going to be a part of season 5.
Interesting, because Holly was, I think, had the most screen time in season 5.
Which is also interesting, because they also came out and said that they've had this fully planned out since the beginning.
Okay.
So, like...
there are scenes where you can tell that the actors aren't together, and that's, like, it's super weird.
So that was that one, and then there was like one or two other ones that I really wanted to hit on that I thought were interesting things that they made remarks about. On why Will doesn't feel anything when the Mind Flayer and Vecna were attacked. Well, we aren't showing him when... Okay, so I'm saying, here. So, Duffer Brothers on why Will didn't feel anything when the Mind Flayer and Vecna were attacked. Well, we aren't showing him when the Mind Flayer is being attacked. We just wanted to focus on the final battle with our heroes. When Vecna is getting decapitated, at that point, the Mind Flayer is dead. And so, it, at that point, has severed the connection between him and Vecna.
You showed everything else in the whole series. What was going on with him?
Plot armor. They explained the final form and how it was a giant spider instead of the actual cool, just shadow monster. There was the demo puppers, one that I just went over. The creators dropped the Dustin Lucas rivalry simply just for the fact that Caleb and Sadie's chemistry was that good. It's the only reason why they dropped the rivalry, else they would have kept it going.
I completely forgot about that.
Duffer Brothers say it's up to the audience to decide whether Robin and Vicky are still together.
Okay, I would say yes after what they went through. There was a funny thing. I saw a clip, and it was from season 3, and it was like Max and Mike. They had a quick back and forth, like 2 lines at a basketball game. And that was the last time they spoke to each other in the entire series.
That's wild.
And like Frodo not knowing Legolas's name.
Exactly, that's hilarious. Dustin and Susie apparently broke up off screen. Yep. There's so many things that's just like that are just coming out more and more and more. Because like I said, so that leads into this then, which then leads into Matt Duffer says he regrets doing a post-finale interview, asking fans to cut him some slack. Yeah. I am not in a good place. Like, why the hell did we do any of them yesterday is beyond me. I'm like fried. I was getting over the flu. So anyone mad at any answers we gave you yesterday, just cut me some slack. And it's funny because, like, fair, but it's because of all these questions. Because, like, people are asking them questions, and their responses are, "Oh, well, that's a plot hole," or like, "Well, we're letting you decide." That's just lazy writing at that point. Then, so then the final thing I wanted to read was this because I thought this was funny. If Stranger Things was an anime, right? Already started off strong here. If Stranger Things was an anime, the finale would be remembered as ass. In fact, it is ass, and then it gives reasons. Villain gets hyped for seasons, loses to friendship, and left so many questions unanswered. Fake deaths everywhere, and insane plot armor. Power scaling completely broken for both the monsters and the characters. Way too much screen time on side characters instead of the actual MC. Zero permanent consequences, and obvious sequel bait. Final battle carried by vibes, and not writing. The story bends around agendas instead of serving the narrative. Anime Twitter would never forgive this if this was an anime. And I read.
Look at One Punch Man.
And I read that, and I was like, you know what? That's one of the best things I've read, like for this whole thing so far. So my final thing to wrap this whole thing up, and I know it feels like I've been talking this whole time, and I'm sorry. My final thing is this. Now that I've actually finally watched this.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is Netflix's attempt at Game of Thrones, just a sci-fi version with less violence, less stakes, and overall, I would say, about the same scale of writing. But I would say that this is literally this is Netflix's attempt at doing a Game of Thrones style show. Less violence, less stakes, and just sci-fi thing.
I think that's what it turned into for sure. Because I think season 1 was like it took people off guard. I think people were like, "Holy crap!"
There's a big vibe and kind of style change that happens.
Yeah.
In the whole show. And one of the things that I read as well was that one of the either the writers or one of the Duffy brothers, one of them broke up with their wife or girlfriend at the time who was working on another project. And that other project was also like a suspenseful horror thing. And then after they broke up, that's when you kind of saw the show weirdly make a shift. And I was like, okay. It's like, how much did she have her finger in it then, you know? But that's my thing, is Stranger Things is Netflix's attempt at doing Game of Thrones. And that's not a bad thing. Both of them were worldwide phenomenons, right? But both have good moments, both have bad moments, both have really bad endings.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is the Stranger Things season, the final season as a whole, was better than Game of Thrones.
Yes. Because like final season Game of Thrones is like
the entire thing is bad.
Yeah. I actually went back and watched a few episodes of was 7 seasons. Season 5 when Jon Snow's meeting Daenerys, and there's a couple like really things that happen. I'm like, I just like really like these episodes, so I threw those on.
No, what I will say is this: is that I do still think this is overhyped.
You think so?
I do. After watching it now, I do still think this is overhyped. And I will say this: it is not just because I think this is overhyped for the sake of saying it is overhyped. Arcane. Everyone says it's overhyped. I have never understood the reason why people liked Arcane. I have recently started watching Arcane before I binge watched this, and I actually was really enjoying Arcane. So it's
here's a takeaway for me is that like I think part of it is you watched everything in like 3 days.
Yes,
I think that does
it changes a little bit. It changes things a little bit.
Like I hate to say that, but it takes. Which is, I'm shocked still you did that.
Yeah.
How you made that happen. And then, but it's like 3 days. And then, but like you weren't, part of it is the hype of the show is being in the show as it happens. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, I tried acknowledging that and I tried understanding that while it was happening. Cause like,
I'm not saying like that would change how you feel, but there is like, it's like a zeitgeist thing. It's like the feeling of the time, you know?
Well, that's the thing. It's like one of my friends said, like, she was 17 when it started. So she was, like, upset that it's ended. And I was like, why? Like, I don't get it. Like, you know, like, that sort of thing. Like, I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I've never been that attached to a show before where it's like, it ends and I'm sitting there, like, you know, like, oh, even like Arrow. I was like, thank God this shit is over with because this has been so bad.
Arrow carried on a little way too long.
Right. But, like, still, like, that's a show that I really enjoyed. But, you know, it's like,
I had that with like Supernatural.
Okay, that's fair.
Which was a longer show, but like Supernatural was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't understand the hype, but I will say there was a lot more moments in this. There was a lot of moments in this that I genuinely really enjoyed, and there was a lot more of those than I thought there would be. Okay. I will say that. So, that's what I got for my final thing. Stranger Things. It's Netflix's Game of Thrones.
I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's done with. I just was like, because like they lost the plot with like, you know, you think about it, 10 years, 5 seasons, which you think like on paper that's like, oh, every other year you get a season. Not what happens. So I think that's like, you know, 3 years between the last 2 seasons. It kind of like.
That killed it, in my opinion. That kills it. It kills it because, like I said, even binge watching it, it's a very visible notice. Like
it's shocking to see that like them get older, and you're like, but they're the same age.
Yeah, because like there's one moment where it's like, oh look, Finn Wolfhard. Oh, look, Finn looks like he's 10. Next episode. Why is Finn 17?
Why is Finn 6 feet tall?
Exactly. Like it's like when you binge watch it, it is so drastic. That is. Yeah. But all right, so next week we're going to be back to movies. We're not going to tell you what movie. We're back to a movie. Following week we're back to another movie. The following week after that, I have an idea that I was going to run by you at some point for something that I was told about, and then the following week after that, we have another thing now that I was just thought of. So who knows? We got all sorts of stuff coming down the pipeline. So yeah. Tell us what you guys thought of Stranger Things. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, I already know I'm wrong because I'm upside down. Ooh, how about that? But yeah, let us know what your guys' opinions were of Stranger Things Season 5 as a whole. There's going to be sequels, apparently, and all sorts of other shit involving Stranger Things. I don't know. We'll find out. I feel like after that ending, you kind of just end it. Just leave it alone. Yeah. But thank you all for stopping by and hanging out today. I appreciate it, as always. And depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.